You know, guys, since I was a child, I always had one big dream: to work without ever having to leave my house. Not for all my life, but just when I want. And if to be completely honest, even better if I could stay in bed with my phone in the hand, relax without the alarms, traffic jam, or office meetings. And it always seemed like this kind of the life was something out of the fantasy or maybe just a dream. Until I grew up and discovered trading binary options on the phone. Yes, exactly like that. No big screens and laptops and unnecessary stress. Just me, my smartphone, and just right taps on it. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can make money just using your phone already today, how you can analyze the market without any indicators, and how to trade without even getting out of your bed. So that's how you can understand that trading can be simple, enjoyable, and mobile. My name is Lisa, girl in trading, and let's get started. So guys, here's our pocket option mobile app. You can actually download it on the website, so it will be more convenient for you to trade there. If you predict that the price will go higher than right now, you open a buy trade. If you think that it will go lower than this price right now, you open a sell trade. Also, I have only $1 in my balance. This is everything that I have. Here we also can choose all of the currency pairs. I'm showing you all of this because interface on the phone is not the same as on the laptop, so it will be maybe not that clear for you firstly. So here we open a buy trade for 1 minute. By the way, the time frame of my candles is M1. You can see there, by the way, M1 and 50, 48 seconds and more. So that means that in 45 seconds right now, for example, this candle will end and there's a new one appear. And also we can see there's like $1, and below it we also can see the timer like 0033. So it means like in already 30 seconds our trade will end and we will know the result, or if we close the trade in a plus or in the minus. But right now it's rising pretty well, so it's definitely in general here the upward trend continuing. So that's why we opened it here. Also, we saw here a long lower wicks on the ends of the candle, so it could mean that the sellers were trying to break this level, but the buyers still won. So it's 4 seconds right now, 3, 2, 1, and we close the trade in a plus. Okay, so here it's texting us that our balance running low, and we know that we just have less than $2 on the balance. So here we open a buy trade immediately for 1 minute as well. It's kind of the same situation as it was before, but a little bit different. So we can see that before it was a pretty strong upward trend with no fluctuations. After that, it was some lateral movement and not that strong trend. It was just, for example, it was like 3 candles down, 3 candles up, and again and again. So the diapason of the price was not that big, and support and resistance levels was pretty close to each other. But then our price achieved the new support level and started rising from there. It's still a lot of the fluctuations, but we can see that in general, again, here's the upward trend continuing. So that's why we open a trade up. Right now it's fluctuating a lot around the try point, but we will wait till the end to know the result, because this is everything that we have. Here we don't use the risk management because this is all we have in the balance, and we don't have any opportunity to use 1% of our balance per trade. So we close the trade in a plus. Thank God, in the last seconds it just reversed in the direction that we need. So we changed the amount of money per trade. We almost have $4, and I'm gonna find some new situation for us. So okay, here is pretty interesting one, and I'm gonna open here a buy trade as well for 1 minute. You will say to me, Lisa, are you crazy? It was an upward trend here for so long time, right? And then it achieved this resistance level, went lower, then went higher again, achieved the resistance level again, even a little bit broke it, and after it went lower for this big red candle. But here we can see that actually it's still again continuation of the uptrend. We can see it also by the long lower wicks of the other green candles that the sellers were trying to break this level and when it went lower, but they couldn't. And also the sellers had a chance here to start a downward trend, but eventually it reversed in the upward direction. So it's showing that still the buyers is pretty strong for a continuation of the trend. So right now it's 10 seconds till the end. It's going pretty well. So guys, let's wait. It's 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we close the straight in the plus as well. Okay, perfect. And guys, for those who's watching this video and thinking, for me, even on the laptop, it's difficult, not even saying about the phone, how you could do that, I have the solution for you. And if to be more clear, it's my Telegram community with also absolutely free signals on the pocket option. So you don't need to learn all of this for years and years to start making some result in binary options. I will not say you a lot about this. You can just check it in my Telegram channel by the reviews of other subscribers, and you will find the link in the description of this video. So we change our amount of money per trade, and we're gonna find some other situation where we can open it. So I want you to show it as much as possible so you will know how to behave in this situation in the market. So here guys, I also opened a buy trade. You will ask me, Lisa, are you crazy again? It was a downward trend for a long time. It achieved the support level, reversed in the upward direction, created a new resistance level, and started going in the downward direction. Again, we can see it by these two big red candles. But again, what we see, the long lower wicks on the end of the candles, right? So it's showing us, again, the sellers were trying to go lower, but they couldn't. So that's why they're always reversing. And as we can see right now, the movement of the candle is pretty slow, like it's almost moving at the same exact point. So it's again showing us that the sellers is not as strong as it could be. Now it's a new red candle up here. Right now we are not in plus, but I'm sure it's gonna reverse and we will close the trade and in plus. Of course, for me, for example, it's more convenient to trade on the laptop because I get used to it. But at the same time, if you don't have this opportunity, you can still trade on the phone. As you can see, okay, what's going on here? 3 seconds, 2, 1, and we also close the trade in plus. Okay, perfect guys. Now we have $13. We change our amount of money per trade. Today we have a really fast and crazy video about increasing my balance just from $1, but I'm trying all my best. This is not the easy one. This is not, but guys, what do you think? What kind of trade we open? Of course, buy trade for 1 minute as well. So here we could see before that it was a downward trend for a long time. It achieved the support level, went higher, and there the diapason of our price was not that big actually, and it was always fluctuating almost in the same zone, just going up for 3 candles, down for 2 candles, up for 2 candles, and down again. Then it went lower for 4 more red candles, a pretty strong one, achieved almost the same support level as before. But as we can see from the lower wicks of the candles, again, the sellers could break this level and the price went higher. So here we can see that the buyers is definitely stronger, and we can see that here's more the green candles than the red ones. So so that's why we open here buy trade. So it's 2 seconds guys, 1, and we close it. It was also fluctuating a lot, but we still managed to make it. So we change our amount of money per trade and we go to another currency pair. Okay, here's not that difficult actually. Guys, what do you think? Of course, we open a sell trade here for $26 for 1 minute as well. Here in journal, it's just a downward trend, so it's not that actually difficult. We also can see that on almost all of the red candles that was here before, it's a long upper wicks on the candles that's showing us the buyers were trying to go higher, but they couldn't. So guys, as you can see here, I don't use any indicators. Here we only use the technical analysis in general, the candlestick patterns, support and resistance levels. So this is the basics of trading, and of course you need to know how to trade even without the indicators, because again, it's the basics. So here I mostly look at the candlestick patterns and also at all of the history of the chart, how it was moving before, because always history repeats. So you need to also to pay attention to that, because the indicators is really good, but if you don't have the opportunity to use it, you know, sometimes you also need to know how to trade without them. So it's 4 seconds right now, 3, 2, 1, and we close the trade in the plus as well, plus $50. So let's change our amount of money per trade and we will open a new one. So here's pretty easy. We open a buy trade for 1 minute also. In general, it's the upward trend here. It was the upward trend before as well. Then some lateral movement in the diapason of support resistance level was not that much. And then it was the upward trend again, lateral movement also. And usually when you see this kind of the sideways movement, you know, when the chart is just moving in almost like one direction, just literally straight, and there is no trend up or down, that means that after some time the previous trend could continue. And here it is going, we can see just a lot of the green candles in a row, that's showing us that it could be here a continuation of reversal. But you also need to know that of course there's different chances of how you can close a trade. It could go in lateral movement, it can reverse in a different direction, or go in the direction that you need. So that's why I recommend you to use a risk management system. It's 1 second, guys. We close it in a plus. As you can see, it's reversed in the last seconds. And if we were here right now, we would not probably close the trade. So that's why, guys, catch-up system, risk management is really good. But here I'm risking a lot just for a plot, you know. So let's look at it here. And let's open here a buy trade as well. So it's always the same situation. I think you already understand it. And you would probably say to me, oh my God, Lisa, here's definitely the start of the downward. It was the upper trend before. It achieved this resistance level, created a new one, and now start reversing in a downward direction. Of course, it could do that as well. And we also have this chance, even though we don't need it actually. But at the same time, after this kind of the strong upward trend, when we see, again, for example, 2 or 3 red candles in a row, it actually could mean that we will have a corrective candle after this time. It's, again, also not 100%, of course. There's no 100%, you know, signals or something else or predictions about the future movement of the chart. So guys, it's 3, 2, 1, and we close the trade in a plus. So here, as you can see, yeah, we had this corrective candle, and that's why we close the trade in a plus, because here we trade on pretty short time of the expiration, so we can use this kind of strategies. So here is really good. We open here buy trade immediately for 1 minute. Of course, it was a downward trend before. I love this kind of the charts, and I actually, guys, recommend you, if you're a beginner, please trade on this kind of the charts when you just follow the trend, when you don't trade on the reversal or corrective candles or something else, because it could get you in a trap, you know, and it would be really difficult to recover all of your losses after. So it's better follow the rule. Trend is your friend. When you just open a trade by the trend that's going right now on the chart, so here's pretty easy. Don't even need to explain something, because here's absolutely perfect and consistent uptrends. So now it's 4 seconds, guys. 3, 2, 1, and we close it in a plus. Okay, perfect. So now we change our amount of money, and let's open the last trade. Let's see if we will close it. Of course, every time in the last trades is some kind of the difficult situation, but I'm sure we gonna handle it. So here I open a trade down, a sell trade for 1 minute for $354. So here, it's not the easy actually situation, but on the previous chart, I didn't want to open a trade already because it's already achieved the resistance level. So it could be a reversal there or some corrective candles, and we don't need that definitely. And here's not that bad actually. It was the upper trend before. It achieved the resistance level and started going in a downward direction. Of course, here's still some fluctuations and corrective candles. We can see it was before just recently. And after this kind of the fast upward movement, after this kind of the corrective candle, the previous trend is still continuing. So in here, the general trend right now is a downtrend, of course. So now it's 18 seconds to the end, and we're pretty confidently in the plus, and I hope it will continue like that. So again, here we follow the rule. Trend is your friend, of course. So now it's 5 seconds for 3, 2, 1, boom. We close the trade, guys. Okay, perfect. So as you can see, even on the phone, just sitting at home, you can do this kind of the results. The main thing is consistency, your discipline, and the strategy as well, and your knowledge is also. So guys, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, because here I post so many free and useful information about trading that a lot of people sell for money, okay? So I hope you appreciate that, and you will leave some comments, likes, and give me some activity, and I will see you on the next trading session. Bye-bye.